Ready?
Hello and welcome to Rhythm and Pixels, episode 39-5? We're 39-4. 39-4.
I don't know.
We are a video game music podcast. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I don't know.
And every week, I'm laughing because this is going to come back to you, Pernell. Every week, we listen to great video game music from all consoles and all generations. We pick a topic, we pick some music, and we get into it. This is our first kind of proper episode of 2026. So we're going to be talking about 2025.
What a year.
What a year. Started
with a 2 and ended with a 5.
That's all I'm going to say about it.
Pretty much.
So, like I said in the last episode, where we our chat episode, which is really all of us just talking and nothing else, is that, well, I do play music. You don't hear that part. Do you ever go back to listen to those episodes?
I do sometimes, but it's always like specific segments or like nostalgia bits, but I never sit down and listen to the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm really bad with podcast listening.
No, me too. Don't worry about it. But in the chat episodes, I put in a lot of music now because it's more interesting.
I do like that, actually.
But no, I talked about how rather than doing one big celebration of our 10-year anniversary of the show, we're just going to do a little bit of a thing, every episode. Just talk about it or just bring up little stuff. Or maybe I'll do little special things. I did a special thing just for you, Pernell.
Really?
Do you know that every time we record a proper episode, I say, my name is Rob Nichols, and you say maybe 40% of the time your name is Pernell?
Yep. That is very true.
And I don't know if you like the show Psych, when Gus would introduce himself as something completely different every time.
Bruton Guster.
I don't know if that's what you're going for or if you're just being silly.
I'm just being silly,
okay.
But the funny part is when you made that quip earlier about that'll come back to you, I was like, I think I kind of do that thing like Bruton Guster does. So
I went back through about 3 or 4 years of episodes and just chopped up every time you introduced yourself.
That's pretty hilarious.
Would you like to listen to that now?
Sure.
It's pretty funny. Why can't I move my mouse? There it goes. We're gonna do it real time. I'm gonna stop the theme song. And we're just gonna listen to it right now. So here it is. This is my little super cut to celebrate 10 years of podcasting excellence. Right.
Excellent.
Award-winning podcasting.
The first annual Rhythm and Pixels.
Here it comes. This is Pernell. Welcome to the show.
I need my lines. I need a line.
And with
lines.
My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm, you know my name is.
And every week my name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell.
And we are your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell. Oh, it's recording. We started.
It's a cold open. This is a video game music podcast. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell.
I'm going to podcast. I'm going to do it. And we are your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell.
We're your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Crump.
And that's actually Pernell. Every week we listen to great video game music.
And I'm a Timu Parappa. Still cold.
I'm tired, man. That enormous spike in your volume is Pernell. We're your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
No, I'm Pernell.
He gets hungry, man. We're your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
You got a piece of my heart. That's
Pernell.
And I'm Jigglypuff on the loose.
Okay, welcome to Rhythm and Pixels. Rob's a liar.
And I'm Pernell.
And there you go.
And I can't find a better man. And I'm Pernell. Wait, we're a music podcast? And I'm Pernell.
Pixel, my name is Rob Nichols. That's Pernell. Everybody listens to great video game music. Pernell, air your grievances.
All right, time to walk around the pole here. So
I'm going to have to kill Pernell's mic in a second here.
Yeah.
Because whistling is no good.
Whoa.
I said
no good.
Outlawed. It was 2018. We said no whistling.
You have a lot of nerve to downplay the skill,
or was
the
it
absolute majesty that comes from my whistling?
Right.
I honed this skill on the mountains of Mount Toot.
And we are your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm stifling my laughter from earlier.
It's stifled. You just guffawed.
And I am Pernell.
It's the morning zoo with Rob and Pernell.
I don't know why I'm
Yay!
And I'm Pernell. And I'm Pernell. And I'm back on the wheels of steel.
Whoa. Love that energy.
And I'm Pernell. And I'm Pernell.
My name is Rob Nichols. And I caught you off guard. Nichols.
And I'm British.
Every week. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm still stuck at 2022. And we're not sponsored by Wawa.
Not yet. Not yet.
That would be the dream, though. And I'm Pernell. And I'm Pernell.
We're your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm the Rub Shaker.
Yes.
We the kid. Yes. Also Pernell. And I'm Pernell.
Wow.
And I just had yogurt for dinner.
I love that. And we're your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
Fuzzy Pickle Breaker.
My name is Rob Nichols.
And I really wish I owned Rule of Rose. And I'm quite sweaty.
My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm in need of some more soup.
I almost said that my name is Pernell.
And I'm Pernell. And I'm Pernell. And I'm Pernell.
And we're your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm eating yogurt.
And we're your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm hungry. And I'm Pernell. I'm hungry. It's true. I was hungry many times.
I love that. I was just like, my name is Rob Nichols. I'm the rump shaker.
It's from Sweet of the Kid. I don't even know. Maybe it was like a dialogue we had earlier. Man, I just came from the gym.
It's like 4 months ago. You came in going, can't find a better man.
I think it was me just like joking about Eddie Vedder's voice or something.
Oh man, that cracked me up so hard when you did that. I was like, it's just when you come in with something completely stuck in your head, and you bring it to the show, and I'm unaware of what's happening inside your head. Like, all right, I guess we're doing this now.
Like, that's the new episode. That's the topic.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That was my gift.
Oh, I was laughing. Yeah. There's a lot of spikes in the volume bar there.
No, yeah, I'm leaving all in.
Because that was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Jigglypuff on the loose.
Doing lots of edits and cuts of the show and things like that, it's hard, man. Like, I thought about putting all of our episodes into some kind of transcription service so that I could search things with like ChatGPT or like just Control F, but I don't feel like doing any of that. So yeah, I thought that'd be fun to do that.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. I thought it was hilarious. I appreciate it.
You might get a super cut of Andrew Remembers, but that might be a little bit longer.
Like, that's an entire episode.
Yeah, there's the easy stuff to find at the beginning and the end.
I think it's like have a random music track just plays through the whole thing, like doo 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 doo.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That's a really good idea. Anyway, this is 39-4. We are talking about, this is our games of the year of 2025.
Which in Rob's case is
the games I kind of wanted to play in 2025, but I didn't play. Which ends up usually being games I'm going to play the following year.
So that might be a thing that'd be worth checking out. If you could go back to each of the New Year's episodes and see how many of those games did you actually play at some point post-statement.
I'd rather not do that for now.
Oh, I would. I'd love to see that. Maybe I'll even do it.
Yeah, maybe. God, very few. I'm going to say very few. Incredibly few. But this one's a little different, right? So my goal this year...
now you have less free time than usual, so very different.
So my gaming console at the TV right now is just a PS4. Mm-hmm. And granted, I was late getting that thing in the first place, and it's still up there. It has a bunch of games. I know Christy's still playing Disco Elysium on it, so I'm not about to take it away just yet. But my plan is to remove it, to replace it with just a computer that's just going to play Steam. So a lot of the games I'm talking about, I'm interested. I can just play on Steam. It doesn't require heavy machinery. Most
likely. I feel like deep down that the console market has taken a major hit because of how, like, people don't acknowledge this, but it's true. The Steam Deck was a game changer for how people perceive games.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the first party high intensity stuff, yes. But many of these games you can just play on a PC or a Steam Deck and just have it hooked to your television. I have to worry about having to deal with consoles anymore.
I'm going to take it a step further. Not just the Steam Deck, the Steam OS they created for it.
Yes.
I can install that on anything else.
Was that wasn't that originally like the prototype of like big picture mode they used to call it or something?
Yeah, so big picture mode's kind of like the proto version of the of the Steam OS right now. But big picture mode is still pretty awesome. I might stay with that so I have flexibility to run stuff like RetroArch and other like emulators as I want to, because I do want to just play like older games and things every once in a while. And so anyway, that's my goal, is to get that on the TV and to play that stuff on the TV, because that's kind of where I'm at right now, and to play more indie games and to play more retro games. So if I just get rid of the PS4 and not buy so many expensive games in the future, it would make me happy. And I'll probably be more likely to play those things.
And you won't be like me with a crazy roster of games because they're cheap.
Maybe. My Steam library is literally like 6 things.
Holy buckets.
Which is weird. As I used it to play Hyper Light Drifter, Enter the Gungeon, and then I was like, oh, wow. And I got Enter the Gungeon on PS4, and then like that was kind of it. I'll say this right now. My bonus round track is so far up your alley, you're going to want the whole thing.
Oh, it's Pinball Quest.
Oh, Pinball Quest. No. Maybe you know about it, but we'll get to that. You can look at my screen and give spoilers.
No, I'm not going to do that. All right. I'm not going to cheat.
We're going to start with, this is an even numbered episode, so we're going to start with one of my tracks. This is a game that I know if I start playing it, I'm going to get stuck into, and it's Blueprints.
Oh, yeah. I've heard great things about Blueprints.
Very chill music.
Which, by the way, did you get the pun?
Blueprints?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a pun.
It took me so damn long. I still hate myself for it.
I am going to think about that and beat myself up about while we're listening to the song. This is a song called Call It a Day. It's kind of the end of every like run or every level that you play through, by the artists Trig and Gusset. You're listening to music about the ocean, about animals,
Shamu,
whales,
Shamu,
and dolphins, the jellyfish.
Also Shamu.
I feel like this is music that's like in a documentary about the ocean.
Were there any other iconic critters of the sea that had names and were well documented? I'm sure they're I'm sure there were, but like I mean, like mass media. Like I know Shamu and Shamu.
Oh, you mean like names, like proper names,
like pop culture
names,
sea world, sea life critters that were noted in a pop culture way. And all I can think of right now is Shamu.
What's that crab's name in the Little Mermaid, man? Every character.
Well, Sebastian. I'm talking about like real animals.
Oh,
not cartoon ones.
Shamu isn't real.
Shamu was real.
Shamu isn't real. He can't hurt you. Anyway, you've listened to music from the game Blueprints, which I realize is now a pun by the artists Trig and Gusset. The music is called Call It a Day. This soundtrack I had on all day yesterday. It was very, very, very. I was just vibed to it.
Is the entire soundtrack like that kind of like audible, like just aura-inducing, like
yeah, and I feel that a lot of these puzzly, roguelike type games are going to be leaning towards that sound.
I can see that
because more structured, melody-focused music is going to be less. It would work itself less in these style of games because it's so modular, right? Every room's going to be different. Everything's going to be a little different. So you don't know what the theme of wherever you are is going to be every time. So
and just basically, as a result, they don't. I mean, I could totally see this game also
music,
if they wanted to. I know they didn't, but I could totally also see them doing a thing where the soundtrack adapts based on the room you walk into.
Making it more of an adaptive soundtrack, but that's a whole other thing too.
Yes.
So, but still, I feel like this works for this game, and from what I've seen of it, from what I've seen of this game, which is a roguelike, like I guess
it's in the title,
like decorative, like essentially, like adding rooms and decorating rooms and moving things around.
You're trying to find, to my understanding, you're trying to find a specific room in the house. And the way to make that room appear is by accomplishing a series of other blueprint constructing puzzles.
Yeah. It's the kind of game that has so much like hidden stuff in it, and a lot of like secrets and things that uncover the longer that you play it, and things that are like hidden in plain sight that I love. I love that kind of stuff. So there's a new game by Jonathan Blow coming out that's kind of like an overhead platformer because he made a Braid and he did The Witness, which I really loved. The Witness, I thought it was a great idea.
Was he the Fez? Did he also do Fez?
No, that was a different guy. I forget the developer's name for that. But anyway, his brain for puzzles is fantastic. His views on women, I will never buy a game from him again.
You know, the sad part is, I didn't even remember.
Sorry about that, guys.
I didn't even remember what the issue was. I just remember having a deep-rooted dislike of him, and that must be what it was related to that.
He's also probably one of the most pretentious people in the world.
Oh,
and I don't want to talk about what it is on the show proper.
Of course,
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay,
it's pretty egregious.
Eesh.
Yeah, it's bad. It's not good.
Well, we'll always have Braid.
Well,
and whatever this game is you're describing.
It's weird. Yeah. Anyway, I know. So no badass. Anyway, let's hope that the developers of Blueprints are also on the level and cool. And
if they
probably
aren't,
are.
And if they aren't, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Have you tried this one yet?
No, I bought it at the end of this year though because I was avoiding it off and on. You know, any excuse to not spend money was great.
Sure.
But a friend of mine bought it after Christmas and just started raving about how much he liked it. And I was like, dang it. And it was during the winter sale with this little chintzy, like 20% off. I was like, fine, I'll get it. So it's in the queue of many queues, and maybe I'll see it one day, but I at least supported the developer.
Well, go for it. I mean, like the people who are into it are super into it. I feel like it's going to be my style of game. Maybe when I get the Steam machine kind of running on the TV proper, maybe Christy and I will play this one together, because it seems like it would be like this kind of puzzly thing would be fun to do together.
Yes, yeah. I could totally see that based on what I know of the game.
Yeah,
like I feel like the thing that makes me sad is like as I get older, somehow, even despite the fact that my life has not changed at all as far as like demand of time, I guess. But I just feel like I don't have time to play all the stuff that's new and popular and fun.
The velocity of releases, the number of releases that come out, month over month has increased and has not stopped increasing to the point where, I mean, and that's how it felt 4 or 5 years ago, four or 5 years ago, and now it's even higher. Yeah, so the strains on your personal life are different, are maybe looser than some other people's, but the amount of games that are available are even greater.
It does admittedly at least make you feel a little better about having a habit of dipping your toe into a game and moving on.
Sure.
It's able to say, I didn't finish it, but I experienced it, and that's going to have to be enough because there's 3,000 releases this year.
Yeah, my relationship with video games is still rooted back when it's like, if I'm buying the game, I better finish it, or otherwise I'm going to have so much guilt.
Yes. I mean, admittedly, it saves you money that way.
Yeah, I guess so. But also, like, I'm missing out on some experiences, which I know I would enjoy. Which is why, again, Pernell, I host a video game podcast. I do not play video games. I like them. I think they're cool. And I love the music. Anyway, so that's the blueprints, or just blueprints.
Blueprints.
So, Pernell.
Listeners, did you pick up on the pun?
Probably. Because
in my Dora the Explorer, did you get the pun?
Because this is an audio format show. Pernell, your first pick for me, please, of 2025. Your favorite game of 2025 is...
Well, that's impossible.
Okay, rank them.
Actually, I can't. I'll talk about my list at the end of the show as far as like my short list.
That's the joke, yeah.
But like I will say, I did pick tracks, like good tracks, because there was a game I could have put on here, but I didn't want any of the music on here from it, so I didn't choose it. But all these games I'm picking are games that I either played the crap out of, or I just thought I didn't play enough of it, but it deserves to be in the top games of 2025.
That sounds like the best criteria.
Yes. So the first game is one that I do believe deserves to be up here. Did not get as much love as I would have expected to during this year, including from me initially, but that changed. That comes from the game Silent Hill F. Now, the music in this game, in my opinion, is fantastic, but it is also very much a piece for the game's experience. Like, it doesn't really listen well as an audio thing in your car. So I chose what I thought would be a pretty interesting track to play. Oh. It's the track that I believe plays in the UFO ending of the game.
Wait a minute. They're dogs.
Thank heavens.
Are there dogs?
No, sir. There was a really cool comic that played, which I thought was awesome.
I'm queuing up that track right now.
Don't you dare. This track is not the dog song. This is called Native F, and it was composed by Akira Yamaoka. we've listened to Native F from the game Silent Hill F, which I'm not sure if that stands for flower or
fun.
like...
It's fun.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Well, for Silent Hill, we're talking like fear, probably.
But the thing is, there's a very heavy flower theming to the game, too. So that's what makes me think the F might refer to flower.
Okay. But this music sounds more Stranger Things style.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to. I mean, like, it's the UFO ending in the game. You can't get it. Actually, you can't get any ending but the primary one as your first ending of the game. Even if you know how to avoid it, you can't avoid it. So, but after that, all bets are off. And if you are able to fulfill the conditions to unlock it, you can get the UFO fairly early on in your second playthrough if you choose to do so.
Yeah.
And once you get it, it does a really interesting, like, appending what the tropes are for the game or what you think is happening. It flashes a nice comic book on the screen of all the characters interacting with each other in this weird comedic setting while aliens are also descending on the town. And it's actually pretty entertaining. And then after that's all done, you get the actual credits roll, and this music plays during the credits reel, and then you unlock a laser sword.
Oh, okay.
Because of course you do.
I think it's great. I during this song, I did not believe you that it was Akira Yamaoka.
I told you.
I was like, no, they got somebody else to do this, or they licensed it somewhere else.
No, they got straight up Akira, baby.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, he did a number of tracks. Now, this can't be the full soundtrack because there's only 15 tracks on here.
I'm positive there's more tracks now. I think that's like that comes with like a collector's edition.
Yeah, this is the digital soundtrack. So there's 15 tracks, and he's credited for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. So I mean, that's considerable.
Now, with that said, Silent Hill F to me was a game that I didn't expect to dislike. Let's not go nuts. But I did not expect for it to grab me the way it did. And what I mean by that is, I've played every Silent Hill game that has ever released, barring Silent Hill 0, basically. And of those Silent Hill games, the only one I ever got more than 1 or 2 endings on was Silent Hill Homecoming. The rest I generally play through once and stop. But this game, I went down a rabbit hole, something awful.
Yeah, this one really grabbed you.
Yes, it did. I've played and gotten all but one of the endings, and I'm very close to getting it. The only thing that derailed me was that I was also going for the Platinum Trophy and realized there were some stupid trophies attributed to specific final bosses. There's like 5 final bosses in the game. And now I know I have to go back and fight 3 of them again just to get the special gold trophy. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. And it derailed everything I was doing. But up to that point, I think I put like 65 hours into this thing.
That's good.
For a Silent Hill game,
that's Silent Hill game, that's a lot, yeah.
So, but I love it.
And I was like, when is he going to play a Silent Hill F track? And it was like the first track he played.
You was expecting that.
Oh, totally. Yeah, the amount that you've talked about it this past year.
Yes.
I know it's on your list.
And going back to Musashi 219, we've had this dialogue in person, like 1v1, but I'm going to bring it up on the show just to put you on the spot. Again, just play the freaking game. Don't let the internet tell you about if the combat is stiff or whatever. The combat works. It does its job properly. It doesn't feel right at first, but once you play it and let yourself get used to it, you'll start doing some pretty cool maneuvers, especially as you start unlocking more of the charms you can equip that changes your different properties, gives you more effects. It's very good. Even the breakable weapons thing, I personally believe that as long as the game isn't super stingy on a basic difficulty with giving you more weapons, breakable weapons are okay. They're perfectly fine. In this game, they are very generous with weapons, and you're not going to find yourself in a lurch unless you're just like, I can't even think of a scenario where you would just have no weapon.
Well, for me, I feel like at a game where there's a fair amount of combat, and they have items and weapons you can use throughout the game, having them breakable encourages you to not stick with the same thing for the entire game.
Yep, that's a fact.
And I think that's cool. I think as long as the game is geared towards like giving you enough to still survive.
Yep.
In a game that has been traditionally about survival, I think it's good.
I agree. And definitely with your point of the weapons making you want to cycle because you really don't have a choice. And it also makes you glomp onto a weapon you really like when you see it's like, finally another pipe. I'm going to tuck this thing away and only use it in an emergency.
Yeah.
And it's something nice about that. And I played this game like that for the first playthrough. I was like, I got a knife. I ain't using this for nothing unless I'm in a real bind, and then I'll take the knife out. But other than that, it was like pipes and baseball bats, baby. And then the final boss, I just went ham on a sledgehammer. So, but it's a great game. It's a great game. It has some interesting themings to it. And without spoiling it, I will say, especially for a Silent Hill game, the final boss caught me completely off guard, and I loved it.
Yeah, you talked about it a lot, so I know how much you've enjoyed that one.
Just don't do it on the hardest difficulty unless you want to be a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, you know that's not going to be me.
Oh, yeah. It took me an hour and a half to beat the final boss.
I like a challenge, but you know that's not going to be me.
It was rough.
All right. I picked all indie games, I'll say that. So away from out of the world of Konami and into more indie-style games. This is the game Fretless, The Wrath of Rifson. Have you heard of this one?
I did. I actually wanted to pick a track from this game, but I was like, I don't know if I played it enough to justify, but it is on my short list.
I saw this, and I was like, I've been watching this. I'm like, I kind of wanted to play this one.
It's a cool game.
This is exit music. Again, this is music at the end of a stage by the artist Dovetail. There's a few artists on this game, but I've liked this one a lot, too. So this is the artist Dovetail from Fretless. I love that sound of music that evolves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's no chorus and verse structure. It's more like, here's a thing, here's more of that thing, here's something else that goes on top of that, and then like maybe there's a variation of that first thing that goes to the fourth thing. I like that a lot. And it's very like, it's always very evocative to me, you know, something about that sound, that style of sound.
I wonder if you like this game. Like
I don't know. I mean, it looks like I would enjoy it, but
it's got quality. So it's an RPG, first of all.
Right.
So there's no end stages. This is probably like the credits theme or something.
Yeah.
But like the idea is that your character is actually on a journey to get to the Battle of the Bands to get his career off the ground. But it's also, again, an RPG. So the battles are all music themed, and you battle using instruments, and the battle music changes based on the instrument you're equipped with as your weapon. All of the attacks are based on the weapon are based on the instrument you've got equipped, and all the instruments have different play styles in combat. So like, I'm trying to remember this, like for example, like I say the guitar is like a bass guitar, and it runs heavy on like charges, like charging up a defense beater, and then like unleashing the defense boost to hit things. The synthesizer runs heavily on like status afflictions by like doing like crazy key changes to inflict status effects on enemies and on yourself. And there's a bunch of different weapons, and again, they all play differently. So you'll find your favor and go, "This is what I'm using." Yeah,
I mean, like, these are all you're saying all these things, and I'm like, "Ooh, that sounds really interesting and really cool." Like that's something I want to get into.
It's very cool. Like, so I play a lot of the games that I get to play because of SML. Like, I'll buy a lot of games, but when I have a deadline to talk about something, it makes me play something that I might have overlooked otherwise. So this is one of those games where it's like, okay, I got to sit down and play this for a little bit. And I was like, whoa, I want to keep playing this. I am really enjoying this title.
Yeah.
And it does the go to town, get new cool thing, now move forward using the new cool thing that a lot of old school RPGs used to do. But it's just fun how that works. And you can get more gear to craft mods for the stuff you use, which gives you new attacks on the weapons. And the music is fantastic. Like, it's just a good game. Visually, it looks cool. Like, if you look up a video of the main character in the combat, you see how animated he is, where he's got his controller.
It's neat, yeah. What's funny is, like, well, the from what I'm playing today, like, all I have is, like, a little bit of YouTube video and then the entire soundtrack. And so, like, I'm pretty much picking games that look interesting to me based on the music, primarily.
You know the scariest part of your method here at this point, in regards to my bad habit? How many games you're going to name where I go, oh, yeah, I've played that, or I downloaded that.
I actually really appreciate that today, because I'm like, oh, so this is one that I think that I wanted to play that looked really cool. I saw last year and I want to play this year. And you're like, oh, I could tell you about that now.
Yes.
Because and half the time you haven't talked about these games throughout the past year because you've looked at so many.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a spill. Like I tell you at the end, I'll read off the list I got here. You're like, Jesus Christ, Pernell.
Oh, your short.
My short
quote
list.
unquote short list.
Yes, it's a lot, but it's actually totally a short list. But yeah, I for as much as I wish I could play more games, and I also wish I had less time to play those games because I'd be doing something different. No matter how I slice it, I like talking about video games.
Yes.
I don't necessarily want to say I like ranking them, but I like getting into the discussion of ranking them because it makes you look at the things you like and dislike about the games you play. Like I have a buddy named Matt who, not Waldron, who hates ranking games. He believes the game shouldn't be ranked; they should just be enjoyed and not pitted against each other, and shouldn't be forced as a consumer to make a decision like that. And while I generally agree with it, I think, again, the reason why ranking becomes an interesting thing to do with your games or the things you like is because it specifically forces you to look at them critically to determine the things about them that make them stand out for you or their flaws that they may have. Whereas if you never had to compare them or never think on that level, you just go, that game's fun. Yeah, that one's fun too.
Yeah.
That one's great.
I'll say from the other side of things, from someone who isn't in that world, so I'm not exposed to so much about all these games. So having some kind of metric where I can be like, where should I focus my time? Mm-hmm. Well, how many people have talked about this at least?
Yes.
Then I can go in that direction. Because otherwise, it's a huge, overwhelming
decision to make.
Yeah.
I have 5 hours.
Here's the old man boomer analog to this, where it's like we would go to Blockbuster and never pick a movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like that.
Well, I could just pick one of these, or I'll just go home and watch something I'm already familiar with.
Exactly.
The decision is too overwhelming.
Me and Chris used to do that all the time. What did you do? Was spend an hour at Blockbuster trying to pick a movie.
Then you went home and watched Frasier.
Went home and watched Frasier. Yep, exactly. All right, what's your next track?
So the next track is going to be from another game that I put a stupid amount of time in this year, and Love to Death. I'll talk about it more in depth after the track plays, but this comes from the game Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Oh, yeah.
And the track title is called On the Way to the Moonlight Duel, composed by Ryuichi Nitta. Welcome back. You're listening to On the Way to the Moonlight Duel from the game Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, composed by Ryuichi Nitta. This track plays on the first level of, or let me rephrase it, the second stage of the game. The first level is like kind of a training level, but then the second, true official first level of the game, Things get real,
yeah.
And this track kicks in to really welcome you to the exciting world of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. And I will say, I was addicted to this game.
Yeah, we've talked about this at length about this game and overall about challenge and difficulty.
Yes, exactly that. Because while I'm not going to sit here and tell somebody, well, you're just not going to enjoy it if you don't play this, I will say this is one of those games where they did a fantastic job with the way they differentiated between normal mode and hard mode, because hard mode changes the layout of the stages in such a way that you feel like you actually have to hone your platforming skills in addition to your combat skills to really, make rise to the challenge, so to speak. And I loved it that much more playing through the hard level variations than I did playing the normal. And it also stands to reason that a large part of why I like this game so much is because as you are running through stages, it puts you in this sort of flow state that you would get in a game like Tetris, where you're moving, your momentum does not stop. You're going from left to right or right to left, and you're just taking dudes down, bouncing off their heads. And if you see something happen, okay, I can't let it stop me. I just have to get around it. Don't stop, just go around it. And eventually you reach the point where you're like, okay, when I do a perfect run on a level, I just don't stop moving. I just keep moving. I'm trying not to get hit. I know just the right time to use a spider weapon, all that good stuff to a great soundtrack.
There are a lot of platforming games that are momentum based, or at least the momentum of moving forward and moving through enemies and doing this and that is so core to the gameplay that, like, it's interesting to me that they've included that with Ninja Gaiden. It kind of makes sense.
Yes, and I think one of the ways that they did it in this game that the other games don't is they added a very slight puzzle element to it. There is something called a hypercharge attack you can do, where if you kill certain enemies of a certain color using the right attack, you go into this state where the next guy you hit is like instant kill. And it's good to use on enemies that are bulky or shielded, because you'll slice right through them. They're not going to sit there and absorb your attacks or whatever. So you might find yourself going, okay, a blue fireball's coming. Don't use the spider weapon. Use the sword. Come down, jump over this guy. Don't waste your attack on him, because you got to use it on this guy who you need to tear through to keep moving at the best possible pacing.
Right.
So you'll be doing stuff like, there's a way you can charge your attack to do it whenever you want at the cost of your health, but there again, you lose your momentum when you do that.
Well, that kind of like gameplay where you're puzzling out the optimal way to get through things also encourages like replay of the stages to do it again and again and again.
And they do that here. Yeah. There's a ranking on the score, which sometimes drives me insane, like games where they make you do something without using a cool attack that the game gives you. I hate that.
Yeah, but this one's almost like, if you do it in the coolest way possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of a challenge in this game, because every level has 3 challenges, but I cannot think of a challenge in the game that said, get through level without using a spider weapon. It's just, it'll be like, do it without getting hit, or within X amount of time, or defeat pogo jump off of 10 enemies in a row, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which just adds to you using your kit to the fullest. I love this game so much. And if anybody's hearing this and going, you need to play Shinobi, the answer is, I'll get to that.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
This was the ninja game I focused on.
There's enough ninja games. This is where you're going.
Yes.
All right. My third track of the night is coming from, or day, however you're listening to this, from the game Skate Story. Have you seen this one?
I have. I have not played this one, but I want to.
This game is dripping in style. I love games. I love like little pixel art games. I love puzzle games, but games that are so focused on style are so interesting to me.
The premise is so strange. So you're a skateboarder skating through hell who was made fragile.
Yeah, it's the legend of the glass skater. This is music by the group Blood Cultures, and let's give it a listen. All right, we're back. That was music from Skate Story by Blood Cultures. That was Legend of the Glass Skater. It's just such a cool, stylish game. It looked like it was a blend of just really interesting indie game ideas, like grand, like big ideas that would be made in an indie game with like kind of Tony Hawk Pro Skater style, like just really cool looking, super cool looking.
As I said to Rob on the break, I was like, this does not sound like a song by a band called Blood Cultures.
No, but they did the whole soundtrack, and there's a lot higher energy tracks in the game, and there's some like kind of lower ones. But I kind of like this. It was really neat sounding.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it was definitely good.
The bass in the opening, it's like huge kick drum. I hope you're listening to this on headphones or in the car. You can turn it up. Turn it real loud.
Or on top of a car wearing headphones.
Yeah. Just do it. On top of the car wearing headphones.
Just skating.
Yeah, it's a cool. I like skateboarding games. I've always wanted to learn to skateboard, and I've honestly have thought about doing it in my older age. Learning to skateboard.
You would not catch me learning to skateboard as an adult. Your bones are way more brittle.
I'd be wearing so many pads.
Oh, yeah.
I thought maybe Ollie would want to learn to Ollie.
Oh, that's fine. He's got young bones. He's meant to break those. They heal fast.
But I'll go with him, I'll do it with him. And be like, see, it's cool to wear knee pads and shin guards and wrist guards and
and face guards and hat guards and
all that
guards.
Stuff. Have you ever tried skateboarding before? Have you ever tried it?
Back in the day, yes, because most of my friends in high school were skaters. So they did their drugs, they did their skating, and I wanted to kind of be included. So I was like, well, let me try this too. And I would try to skate, and I'd just fall. Yeah. I couldn't keep my balance for crap.
Yeah.
And I was never coordinated. So for me, that didn't even feel like a surprise. Like, oh, what do you know? I can't balance on a skateboard. But I did used to try to kick the skateboard and then try to skate down like a straight line, see how long I could do it. And I'm like, nope, can't do it, and jump off. But they just did some stupid jump. Like the typical, let me jump over this can. Let me hit this ramp and then not do anything after hitting the ramp. That kind of thing. My friends used to do a lot of that.
Well, that's the part of skate culture that I really, really like, is like the hyper focus on like doing one thing, where it's like, okay, I want to do this trick to this trick to this trick, and they'll spend an entire night just trying to land that one trick. And there's just something about that that I find really appealing.
For the record, though, I think people who are good at skateboarding are amazing. Like, you think about it, like people will sit there and call them a bunch of stoners. They ain't learning, ain't doing nothing. But you think about it, a person who rides their skateboard going full steam ahead, jumps a ramp, goes in the air, kicks the skateboard in a 360 pattern, and then lands back on top of it before it hits the ground without it being misaligned with their feet. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, that's amazing. There's a timing thing there that you have to deal with. You have no fear of falling, because if you have fear, you're going to have hesitation and screw it up. Like,
that's the disconnect between the image and the practice of it. Because, like, what kind of like stoner, like, ne'er-do-well has spent hours and hours and hours and hours perfecting those motions with their feet and their balance. It's so much. It
just proves a lot of what people like to try to dismiss when they talk about them in a derogatory way, which is, just like with anybody, sometimes it's just about finding the thing that really interests you, as you're in Remember. Sometimes it's just about finding the thing that interests you, and that's the thing that you put your energy into. Maybe it's not, how to become a profitable investment banker, but at the same time, this is someone going, hey, I like the idea of skateboarding. I want to be good at it.
Right.
And then despite everything else I could be learning, I'm going to focus on this, and I'm going to do it right.
Right. Like in high school, it's not like, oh, I wasn't interested in playing football, but I enjoyed skating. And skating there just didn't happen to be like a skating team. There was a football team. So you were left out. I tried a few times. I had a friend. It was never like all my friends did it, and so I wanted to do it too. But I remember my friend Bill got into it, and he was like, here, he was just very patiently tried to show me how to do it. And I could, like, you ever like do something and you're like, oh, I understand how this works. I understand how your body's supposed to do it, but I can't.
Absolutely. That's how I feel about skateboarding.
That's how that motion works. That's how you're supposed to balance. I just can't, and I tried a bunch. I did the same thing with snowboarding, and
that was scaring me even more than skateboarding, to be honest with you.
I fell hard for an entire day, and I was so sore.
TV just showed me that snowboarding gets people killed.
Snowboarding is rough, man. I mean, like, watching someone do it well, even just like all I wanted to do was just glide down a mountain, super chill, nothing crazy. And watching my friend Henry do it, it was just very.
This is like leaping off moguls and mess.
No. We were just going down, just like going left and right, just super chill. That's all we wanted to do for the day. He did do some like fun trick stuff, but that's because he's been doing it for a long time. But like, it just looked like so graceful and fun to do. And so I was like, yes, I can do that. I can figure that out. And nope.
It's smash.
It was
smash.
Bad. Oh,
unintentional man. Snow angels.
I was glad I was wearing a helmet that day. I'll say that. It was also a very icy day. It was powder is what you want to do it in. Not like when there's like that hard ice on top.
Yeah, it's the pain.
So, yeah, it was rough. All right, what's your next track?
So my next track and eventually my bonus round are going to get into the games that I put high on the list of best games of 2025, despite the fact that I need to put more time into them. It's just sometimes you know a game's special from the time you do put in enough to say, I'm going to put the time in when I have that sweet spot, and you should too.
Okay.
And this is that game. This is the 100-line Last Defense Academy, and the track title is called To the Death Version 100, and it is composed by Masafumi Takeda. Welcome back. You're listening to the Death Version 100 from the game The 100-Line Last Defense Academy, composed by Masafumi Takeda. So, I would be remiss to not have mentioned this game in a roster of games of most notable interest for the year 2025. Because, one, it is by the guy that did Danganronpa, which anyone who knows me knows I love Danganronpa. But it is also in a collaboration with the story writer from the last, from like 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, that franchise of games. You're like, I have no idea what any of those words mean.
I've heard Danganronpa.
That's all I got.
That's right. Yeah, but still, yeah.
There's like an escape room series of games they came up with, that the guy came up with. And this is like a combined effort of those two to produce this game. And the premise is very strange. You live in a dome city. Life is going normal. And then one day some crazy stuff happens. You fall unconscious and you wake up in a school with a bunch of other children in your general age range. And you are told through a series of events that the way you get out of here and go back to your normal life, in a very Danganronpa-ish style, of course, is that you have to defend the school from alien invaders for 100 days.
Okay.
If you can do that, you are free to go. And then the narrative goes in crazy directions. There's like a weird board game side thing that you do where you explore the city. There's tactical battles that take place. The tactical battles take on a weird riff where like dying is actually almost encouraged because you unlock like special attacks when you die, and the school can resurrect you, so it's not a big deal. It's really weird. But the thing that really makes it stand out the most is that the narrative is already cool in its own right. But once you finish the game, a narrative event occurs, which I'm not going to spoil for people, which then allows you to go back into the game and re-experience the game from a multitude of different story splinters to access 100 different endings that are all legit non-knockoff endings. They're not throwaways. Like, I've looked into multiple game reviewers who spent the very large amount of time required to see these things.
Right, and it's all...
And they've been like, there's no fluff here. This is legit.
You play it 100 different ways.
Yes, like they are like the narratives in this thing. I remember hearing one reviewer straight up say, there's a ending to this game that is that when you get to that path, the game itself is about as long and the narrative is as strong as the original first path that you play through. Like, he's like, the game is deep like that. And it's basically, it's almost like this guy was like, this is the last game I may ever make, so I'm going to make it count.
Yeah.
Like, and they do.
Like, this is their opus, right? This is the one thing they wanted to do.
So someone might be hearing me describe this and going, well, geez, how can you really give this game that kind of kudos if you yourself haven't unlocked all 100 endings? And the answer is, again, sometimes from the time you do put into the game, plus what you hear elsewise about what you can expect when you continue on, that's enough to tell you something special is happening in this game. And that's what happened to me. I was very much enjoying it. I only got sidetracked because of that crap I do where I get ADHD and 10 review games that come down the pike. And I'm like, well, I'll come back to this eventually, I guess. Just like why I'm playing Octopath Traveler now after having a file from 2022.
It sounds like you're going to be coming back to this one eventually.
100%.
Especially if it stays in in popular memory. It'll probably
100%. Like, another reason why I can give my vouching to this is that I had pre-ordered it. I got the special edition pre-order, which was not cheap. Then I got the review code for the game, which means I got the game for free. And then was like, no, I'm not canceling that pre-order. I want to physically have this game in my library to say I supported this by buying it despite getting it for free. I don't generally do that, but I wanted to for this specific game. So, like, I didn't do that for Danganronpa V3. I canceled that pre-order so fast. I kept this one, though. And I think it deserves to get played. I think it deserves to be experienced by as many people that can appreciate visual novels as possible.
There you go. It's a visual. I thought it was a...
It's all of those things.
It's all those things.
It's all those things.
It's so narrative heavy, I can see why it would be also considered visual novel style.
100%.
Well, take that, listeners. You gotta check that one out.
Yes.
This is a Pernell recommends.
Yes.
Heavily recommends.
Well, honestly, every game on this episode is a heavy recommend. But this one,
even mine. Pernell, it's the bonus round, but we know it's a little less bonus roundy, right? We're just playing more game music.
100%. Yeah. And honestly, at one point, I did contemplate looking for a remix, where I was like,
yeah, this is not the episode for that. We do this every year where I'm like, should I go? Nah. No, we're
just more music.
All right, but more music, but this one's got vocals on it. Pernell.
I did the same.
This is for you.
Ooh.
This song's for you.
Is it from Bud Light, the series?
You like indie games.
I do.
You like shoegaze music.
I do.
Indie game with shoegaze music.
Is it Blueprints?
No. It's a game called Keep Driving. It's an indie game / RPG-ish type game where you and your friends are driving across the country.
Ooh.
And you're just sort of like maintaining the car and what's going on and the story. But
actually, it's funny.
This is music that plays on the radio, and it's crazy good.
Interesting. Okay, because I have heard of this, but when I heard about it in a brief description, my take was like, so a specific driver or Pacific. Yeah, I think it was called like Pacific Driver or something like that.
Yeah, there's something like that. I remember watching Ed play through it, and I was like, oh, this is cool. But it's kind of like that. It's very pixely style. It's more stripped down, so it's focused on like resource management, it looks like, to me, anyway. Mm-hmm. But the music, man, the music's great. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, I got to pick one. I just got to pick one.
But there's more.
There's a lot on there, yeah. So we're going to listen to music from the game Keep Driving. This is the music called Swirl from the artist West Cust. Yes. So you know this group.
As he said, Rob actually stopped the recording right after he said the name of the band, and he missed where I was like, holy crap, West Coast. Yes, I know this band. I listened to this band. My favorite song of theirs is a song called Cotton Skies. And again, they were like in my favorite tracks of 2024, but I still listen to them. I don't even know if they put out more music. It might be one of those where they're on hiatus or whatever. But whoever, the point is, West Coast is fantastic, and it probably sold the game to me.
Oh yeah,
that they in music bands like them are in this game.
Yeah, this game has an amazing soundtrack. Mostly licensed music because you're listening to them on the radio, and so it's just like different styles of music and stuff.
So we like to say we're sorry, YouTube.
That's all right, whatever. We have a Patreon. We don't monetize anything else.
Here.
But yeah, the game is it just looks super neat. It's a procedurally generated world going across the country, but it's all like just driving along, picking up hitchhikers, learning about people's lives, and managing your inventory inside your car.
I guess it's like food and clothing and
stuff.
Yeah,
it looks like it, yeah. There's probably like little story beats along the way from the different people you talk to. It looks really cool, really clever. I'd never heard about this until I started kind of looking for, games that came out last year and February last year. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I heard of it, but yeah, it is right there. You're looking at the Steam page, it's matched right up with Pacific Drive. So I know it wasn't crazy because I had heard of it and I was like, it just sounds like Pacific Drive. Which, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with Pacific Drive, but I was like, I'll get around to it maybe. But now I feel like I need to give this game a try.
Yeah, it's just for the soundtrack.
Just for the soundtrack.
Just for the soundtrack alone. All right. So, it was made in Game Maker Studio. Isn't that cool? I've used that a lot. All right.
Between that and like RPG Maker, when people make games from those, they always like, wow.
The thing is, though, Game Maker Studio, it's so deep. You can do so much with that system, but because the name is called Game Maker Studio, it sounds like it's kind of
like RPG Maker.
Like kiddie, yeah. Like it's not. It is definitely not. It's just focused on 2D. Okay. You can do 3D on it, but it is focused on 2D,
which is fine by me because even at this stage in the game, I've been preferring 2D more than 3D often,
and not just 2D, sprite based 2D. Even better, right? All right. So, what's your last track of the night?
So this track comes from a game that, again, I need to put more time into, but when I was playing it, it was hooking me. And it was a game that I'd been following at MagFest for like 2 years in the Indie Hall, and I was surprised. Like, it finally came out. This game is called Quartet, and the track title is called Welcome to Our City, and it was composed by Tyler J. Meyer.
Welcome to our city, my friend, all our friends. Please enjoy your stay here, our friends, my friend. We greet you with our full cheer and throw back a few beers. But don't forget to pay off your tab. Pay off your tab. But if you're feeling stingy, my friend, yes, our friend, go visit the zoo then, my friend, my friend. It's full of wondrous creatures, and you'll be brought to tears when you explore our city, my friend. And you'll adore our city, my friend. My friend. Take a seat, have a drink, my friend.
Welcome back.
My friends.
My friends. You're listening to Welcome to Our City, my friends, from the game Quartet, composed by Tyler J. Meyer. This is a track that blindsided me when I was playing it. You actually come across it in-game after going down the stairs inside of a house, and this quartet's in the basement, and they're just a-singing. And I sat there and listened to the entire song, and then was sad when it started up again and it wasn't a new song.
You're waiting for another verse.
I was like, go, come on, new song. This is great. It was impactful. Like the game already has a solid OST, and this was just like a little bit of icing on that already sweet cake. The gameplay has a similar take to like how Wild Arms did it, where you start out playing multiple vignettes, many stories featuring the main characters of the game, and then eventually they all come together for one common quest.
Yeah.
And
that's a fun way to do it.
I agree. Yeah. And it gives you a good bit of time to spend with each character and not just have to have them kind of just show up and go join my party. Like, no, you get their backstory outside of a flashback, and then they all have equal weight in the plot when you finally join up as one. The gameplay is very familiar if you're into turn-based RPGs, but it does have a few cool elements that kind of make it stand out a little bit more from other games of this type if you want that kind of thing. Most notably, from what I recall, is that each character has a very specific style of play and how you want to engage enemies with them. So I think this game is cool. Like, I can't recommend it as hard as the last line or 100 line because shoot, yeah. But I can say that this was another case of game where when it came time to play it, I thought I would play like a little bit here, a little bit there. And I was just like, I steamrolled into it until the review got done. And I was like, okay, how much more do I got left? This much? Well, I'll come back to it. And I just never did. But up until that point where I got the green light to play something different because I had to, I was very much like, I can just sit there and play this whole thing in its entirety because I'm liking it. I might play it when I get home tonight.
It's got a cute Final Fantasy VI style to it. So is that like the classic RPG Maker look? Mm-hmm. Is that what that is? Yeah.
Yes, but I think this one does look nicer than some of the other ones I've played from that product.
Yeah. Well, for more information on the bonus round,
our friends,
just go to the website, my friends. We'll see you there, my friends. We're going to we're gonna shoot on to the end of the show, my friends.
Our friends.
We'll see you there. All right, thank you everybody for listening to Rhythm and Pixels episode 39-4, the best of 2025. Not the best of our show from 2025, just the best games that we've played and want to play.
Oh yeah,
from 2025 that we may get to in 2026 or beyond. Everyone, thank you for sticking with us for this long. If you've been listening to us for a long time, thank you very much. If you're just joining us now, thank you for discovering our show. If you want more information about this show, a track listing from this episode and all our episodes, please go to the website,
www.rhythmandpixels.com.
If you want to get in contact with us, if you want to send us a message, if you have a track suggestion, a topic suggestion, or if you yourself are a game composer or artist and want to get involved in the show, please send us an email.
rhythmandpixels@hotmail.com.
We have a YouTube page with all of our episodes and a 24/7 live stream of video game music, classic 8-bit and 16-bit music to youtube.com/rhythmandpixels. We have an active Discord server. You can get the Discord link on our website. The link is at the top of the page. We got some fun merch. If you go to our website, click on the merch link there. You have a TeePublic site with lots of cool shirts with inside jokes, a bit of those, but a lot of just video gamey stuff that I just put on t-shirts. So if you want like that opening graphic of the ninjas from Ninja Gaiden, like going through the moon, that's there too. If you love ice hockey from the NES, I've got shirts for you also. And for some reason, I put the Ninja Turtles on the sewer surfing Ninja Turtle sprites on a shirt. Sold a bunch of those.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, man. Christmas came along when people wanted Ninja Turtle stuff.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, I'm down with that. So thank you for checking that out. And if you want to support the show, tell people about it. That's really the best thing to do. Or put it on in the car and make your family listen to it. You want to be friends with your family. You can also go to patreon.com/rhythmandpixels. And as a member there, you get access to cool stuff like there's perks at the highest levels for the radio station. You can put your own little ads, put your voice on the radio station if you like. You get stuff like t-shirts and mugs and stickers are a part of it. And also, you get to just the satisfaction of knowing that you're supporting the show. You're paying for the hosting and all the stuff that goes along to producing a high-quality, award-winning podcast, Pernell.
Well, if that award shows up, I'd love to see it. But I just like doing it anyway.
I'm just going to make one up. I'm going to use the Patreon money to make an award just for us. We also like to thank all the members of our Patreon who are at the highest levels at the end of every episode. So we want to thank Christopher Senstrom. Thank you very, very much. Host of the Gameable Audio podcast.
Also, fellow board game aficionado.
Yes, also board game addict like us. I want to thank you to Khalid also. So the two of you, thank you extremely huge thank yous to both of you. Thank you very much. We also want to thank Ulf Person, Kristen GameFan44, Brian Pitt, Carlos Kung Fu Carlito, Cameron Worma, Steve Miller, My Heart Zelkova, David Taylor, Harold Howard, Taco, Justin Schneider, host of the XVGM radio podcast, Chris Weisner, a.k.a. Musashi219.
The Wise Guy.
Rage Cage, Enchilada Regol, Martyris, host of the VGM podcast, Zach Thornbach, Antmaster, David Good, Kitty Sparks, Leslie Picadillo, and many, many, many more. Thank you all so much for your continued support of our program. It means a lot to us. So thank you very, very much. It really not only keeps the hosting on and going, replaces equipment that dies over time, but it also encourages us to just keep producing the show and producing better shows.
Like, given the fact that some of these names have been around since many years back, and they continue to support our show, it really does mean a lot. It's one of those things where it's like, you clearly can see that somebody's really enjoying what we do, and it really does mean a lot.
Yeah, it means so much to us. So thank you all so much for listening to the show. Rhythm and Pixels. My name is Rob.
Don't shut off yet. My list.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Pernell. You have a list.
I do.
This is the short list of your games from last year.
Air quote short list. But let's see. Let me run this as fast as I can. That way we're not dying here. So Claire Obscure.
Yeah. Of course, right?
Got to be on there. Silent Hill F, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Shujinko, Fantasy Life I, The Girl That Steals Time, Ball Cross Pit, Absalom, Quartet, Ulo, Supra World, ooh, I'm even looking that up.
Yep.
Motion Record, Cypher Zero.
That's just that's Motion Record is just an app on your phone.
Right. Strange games, right? Yeah. Cypher Zero, Drill Core, Pop Yukon. By the way, that was my voted best multiplayer game of the year on Steam Awards. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo, Zexion, Angeline Era, Unbeatable, Kingdom of Night.
Oh, Unbeatable looked good.
It is good. It's good. Demon School, Cladun X3, Wander Stars, Ronacard, Aethermancer, Hades 2, Eartheon, Fretless, Monster Train 2, Aerial Wings of Hope, Star Vaders, and the 100-Line Last Defense Academy. Wow. And that's the short list. If I told people how many games I played in 1 year, it would be ridiculous.
Yeah, but those are the ones that were stuck out anyway.
Yep.
Would you go back to those?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some of them I wish I could go back to them now, but I can't play everything simultaneously. Yeah. So, but yeah, I would like to. Sometimes people go, well, such and such was the best year in gaming ever. It's like, nah, they're just ramping up. You're going to get great games. You may not be able to say they're the best games, but we're not going to have a bad year of gaming ever again, short of the industry itself imploding. That's where we're at right now. So every year is going to be a great year in gaming, and that's not a bad problem to have.
No, there's always going to be a good one, a developer doing something interesting that you're going to want to check out.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
And as for me, in the future, I'll have so many to choose from. And I have you to point me in the right direction.
That's right.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening to the show. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell.
Have a great week. We'll see you next time.
And remember, oh, God. Be mindful of your own sanity. This world has some, notably in America, has some crazy crap going on with it, to say the least. Internet antics abound. People and bots, paid or otherwise, or just whatever, will go out of their way to try to agitate you and drive you over the cliff of sanity. Because why not? It's fun to get a laugh out of somebody else's misery on the internet, right? No, wrong. It's BS. But people do it. And it is in your best interest, even if you want to be mindful of what's taking place and being mindful of the news, it is in your best interest to disconnect from the general social discourse unless you are well aware of the community you're engaging with, because it will lead you nowhere but frustration, or in some respects worse, it'll send you on a rabbit hole of dogpiling and getting into infighting with people that might not even be actual people, and you think you're getting something out of it, but really it's just screwing with your dopamine hits, and you're ultimately just becoming sadder for it. It's not worth it. Just be mindful of those that are close to you, and be sympathetic and empathetic for people's plights, and don't let yourself succumb to the madness of general social discourse. It's just going to be bad for you.